Welcome back, gentlemen and ladies. In today's very video edition, we are about to diagnose a 2013 Honda Accord. And what's the problem? The customer actually complained that the radiator fan runs when the car engine has shut off completely. So what exactly could be the problem? If you have those very problems here, I advise you watch this very video from beginning to the end. And the information which you're going to be coming across here can be very, very helpful to narrowing down the root cause of this very problem and also potentially assisting you to solve the problem by yourself. With that said, let's get in. So the first phase which I'm actually doing here is to scan and see if there's any kind of trouble code which I'm going to find, because in this kind of situation, you cannot have afford not to find an error code. So in order to save you guys time, I paused it halfway through so I can be able to go through the PGMFI or also engine electronics to see if there is any code which I'm going to find inside the system. And here you go. I didn't find anything of a meaningful relativity to the problem that we are dealing with. Now, that is where things get mad. Now, should I need to scan the entire system? That is the next thought which I have inside my mind. Maybe I need to do a comprehensive scan to see if there is anything that I'm missing, because everything that I'm seeing on the engine electronics right here is what he reported previously about a check engine light coming up. And immediately when he packed up the car in his office and the fan was running, so he just popped up the hood open and removed the battery terminals. And bada bing, bada boom, it later wiped out the error code. Now, this is the only error code which I'm seeing somewhere, but this is unrelated to the very problem which we're dealing with here. I didn't actually bother myself to actually find any relative information about it on the internet. However, there is something which I know for sure, because I've seen this kind of a problem before. I decided, let me give it a full scan and see if there is any control module that is actually reporting this very problem, because sometimes if the electronic control module of the engine system, which is the engine electronic management, the ECU, is not picking up the error code, some other system within the electronic systems interface can be able to pick it up. Could be the body control module, could be the ABS, could be anything. Any other system can be able to report in malfunction within the system. So I decided to give the entire system a scan and see if there is any other meaningful problem which I'm going to find. And as you can see right now, I'm still scanning. And just give it a couple of moments and it's done. So let's take a look at the entire overall scan and see what we can be able to find there and see if there is any connection that's going to help us out in this situation. A good scanner is actually what the price, if you're a DIY person, is going to save you a lot of money. If you own a car that once a while you want to do things yourself, you don't always want to take it to mechanic. That is why this very channel is going to be very helpful. Trust me, there's going to be more videos that's going to be coming out and telling you how to replace some certain parts yourself. So I glanced through a lot of them. Sorry, I couldn't actually zoom in so much, but I'm going to try to zoom in when I'm at the final phase of editing this very video so that you can see what I'm seeing. But the light glaring on the face is not really making it very comfortable for people to actually see what's going on, what I'm seeing on the screen. But the bottom line is the information that I'm finding here is still not related to the very problem. And that is where my experience has to kick in, and we make some compromises, improvises, and find out exactly what could be the problem. Now, gentlemen and ladies, okay, you can see right now, seeing like the other part of me later kick in, and to give you guys a detail of what is going on right there. You guys can see it right there, though some of them is still blurred because my camera was having a bad day, so stressed working, but right now it's back. So you guys can see for yourself what I found there. But they are unrelated to the problem. And that is the problem, because as a DIY guy or a mechanic who is watching this very video, the name of the game is not to leave any money on the table. You want to grab every one of them as much as you can, because that is what is going to ensure your retirement plan, your pension, your gratuity. You know what I'm saying? So, gentlemen and ladies, let's dive into the uncharted territory that you should know when your car suddenly started putting up this very erratic behavior. What should you do? We actually found a problem So stick around and see for yourself and listen very carefully.
A couple of things can cause the fan to run after engine got shut off: if the engine has low coolant level, or build internal heat that needs cooling, or the system cooling circle wasn't completed before engine shut down. Like in this case, one cooling fan, radiator, or condenser/AC fan continuing to run after the engine is shut off is a common complaint. You might guess it's the fan responsible for engine. It is often normal for a short time, but continuous or prolonged running usually points to a specific fault. The key ingredient here in fixing the problem yourself is to timing and attention to details. Normal behavior versus problem. Many modern vehicles, including Hondas, use after-run cooling, also called post-shutdown or heat soak protection. When you turn the engine off, coolant stops circulating, but residual heat can cause temperatures to rise briefly. The ECU keeps the electric fan running for a few minutes, typically 2 to 10 minutes, sometimes up to 15, to pull air through the radiator and protect components. This is especially noticeable after highway driving, hot weather, or using the AC. It becomes a problem when the fan runs for 20 plus minutes or never stops. It runs even when the engine is cold. It drains the battery overnight. Only one specific fan stays on continuously. Most common cause on Hondas, stuck fan relay. On Hondas and Acuras, cooling fan relay or condenser fan relay is by far the most frequent reason for continuous running with the key off. The relay contacts can weld or stick closed due to heat, age, or internal wear, supplying constant power to the fan motor from the battery. Many Honda owners and technicians report that replacing the relay solves it in the vast majority of cases. The relay is usually located in the underhood fuse relay box. Look for labels such as radiator fan, condenser fan, cooling fan, or a snowflake/AC symbol for the condenser fan relay. Some models have separate relays for low speed and high speed operation, or for each fan. Quick DIY test. 1. With the fan running after shutdown, locate the suspect relay in the underhood box. Consult your owner's manual or the diagram on the fuse box cover. 2. Gently tap the relay with the handle of a screwdriver. If the fan stops, the relay is almost certainly stuck. 3. Swap it with an identical relay from a non-critical circuit, e.g., horn, if available. If the fan behavior changes, you've confirmed the relay is bad. 4. Replace with a new OEM or quality aftermarket relay, inexpensive, usually $10 to $30. Do not leave a continuously running fan unattended. It can kill the battery. Other possible cause is: if the relay is not the issue, consider these in order. Faulty coolant temperature sensor, ECT sensor. The sensor tells the ECU the engine temperature. If it fails and reports a falsely high reading or has wiring issues, the ECU keeps commanding the fan on as a failsafe. Symptoms may include erratic temperature gauge, check engine light, codes related to ECT, or poor fuel economy. Testing usually requires a scan tool to view live temperature data versus actual coolant temperature. Low coolant level or air in the system. Low coolant or an air pocket can cause localized overheating around the sensor, triggering extended fan operation. Check the coolant reservoir, cold engine, and the radiator level if accessible. Look for leaks, hoses, water pump, radiator, heater core. Top up with the correct Honda spec coolant. If low, then monitor. A C-system influence, especially if it's the condenser fan. High refrigerant pressure after using the AC can keep the condenser fan running longer. A faulty AC pressure switch or sensor can also cause this. Note whether the problem started or worsened the first time you used the AC this season. Turning the AC off and cycling mode sometimes temporarily stops the fan. Fan control module/timer. Older models. Some earlier Accords and similar Hondas, especially 1990s, used a dedicated radiator fan control module or timer that allows post-shutdown running. Failure of this module can cause prolonged or continuous operation. Location varies by year, sometimes near the glove box or under the dash on passenger side. Wiring short or ground issue. Less common, but a short to power in the fan circuit or a bad ground can keep the fan energized independently of the relay ECU command. Actual overheating condition. A stuck thermostat, restricted radiator, failing water pump, or other cooling system problem can keep temperatures high enough that the fan is legitimately needed. Watch the temperature gauge while driving and check for signs of overheating. Recommended diagnostic steps for DIY. 1. Confirm how long the fan actually runs and under what conditions: hot day, after AC use, cold engine, etc. Time it. 2. Check coolant level cold and look for external leaks. 3. Identify which fan is running, radiator versus condenser, usually side by side at the front. The condenser fan is more AC related. 4. Test, replace the relevant fan relay as described above, cheapest and highest probability fix on Hondas. 5. If the relay is good, scan for codes and check live ECT data if you have a scan tool. 6. Inspect wiring and connectors at the fan motor and relay for corrosion, damage, or melting. 7. If needed, test the fan motor itself. It should spin freely by hand with some resistance and draw reasonable current when powered. Prevention and notes. A continuously running fan will drain the battery. Disconnect the fan connector or pull the relay temporarily if you cannot fix it immediately and need to park the car. Always use the correct coolant type and maintain proper levels to avoid secondary overheating issues. On many Hondas, the radiator and condenser fans share some control logic, so one stuck relay can affect behavior even if only one fan appears to stay on. However, what we found is crazy. It wasn't relay, it wasn't any normal issue, it was mechanic engineered issue, the removal of the thermostat. During the installation of the used engine costs, they were scared it might overheat. So after putting it back, the system stopped turning on the fan after engine shut off. Which means if yours is having same issue while engine is off with thermostat still in the system, there is a chance that the thermostat is stuck open. In summary, brief running after shutdown is normal heat soak protection. Continuous running on a Honda is most often a stuck fan relay, especially condenser fan relay. Start there. It's a quick, low-cost diagnosis and repair for most owners. If the relay does not solve it, move to the coolant temperature sensor and coolant level next. Okay guys, there you have it. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if this breakdown is what you need to know what you are dealing with.